Hello everyone, and welcome to the RNG University. On tonight's episode, Esper, but mid-range. So yesterday we had Esper Legendary. It was very aggressive. It was a very strong deck, and it was a high contender for probably the best version of Esper possible out there to play. Now today we're going to try Esper mid-range, which is, it looks to be even faster, but it is not. So if you look at just the deck list itself, it looks like it's all full of 2 drops, 3 drops, and a little bit of 4 drops, right? It looks like a very fast deck. However, there are unique playstyle to this deck that I want to talk about. So it's not, don't let Arena's auto sort fool you. Let's look at actual tempo cards. We have 3 Tenacious Underdog, 2 Denic. It's supposed to have 3 Denics, but I only have 2, and I don't want to craft an Innistrad card that could get rotated out very soon this year, I think. And then we have Eiganjo of Synthesis. Synthesis? Yeah, this is the one weird card inclusion in the deck that I found on Decklist that I'm not really certain of. It's not that bad. It's a 2-drop, a 2/3 that when it comes into play, you get to loot a card. Draw a card, discard a card. Then, as long as you draw 2 or more cards this turn, Eiganjo of Synthesis gets +1/+0, has Menace. Obviously, it doesn't have haste, but on any turn that we get to draw an extra card, this guy gets to be a 3/3 Menace for 2-drop. That's not that bad, and I think, you know, the ability to loot is something worthwhile to mention in the deck. Alright, so that's our 2 drops that are impactful. In 3-drop category, we have Anointed Peacekeeper, just 1 off to tax out a card that can blow us out, like a Field Cling. We have 4 Wedding Announcement and 4 Raffine. Obviously, any deck that looks to punch your opponent in the face needs a Raffine, right? So we have 4 offs in each. Wedding Announcement and 4 Raffine. These are going to give us creatures and then help us have attackers to connive with. Now, in the 4-drop, we have 3 Wandering Emperor, 3 Shieldred, and 2 Ertai. Now, these are the ones I'm not very certain of. I saw a lot of deck lists that kind of are iffy on how many Emperor, how many Shieldred, and do they run Ertai at all. I think Ertai is good because it is still a strict counterspell, and that also double as a removal. Shieldred is iffy for a mid-range deck because she is very good, but if we're a little bit slower and she's not that impactful, just gets removed, we might be in trouble. So there's only 3 offs, and we only have 3 off of the Wandering Emperor because, well, you know, we don't want too many strategies in our hand. She's not very good if we cannot protect her. 4 mana just to remove 1 creature is questionable in a mid-range deck because we're still looking to tempo out our opponent. Alright, so these are all the impactful cards that we play on tempo. Now, off tempo, we have a lot of removals. We have 1 Destroy Evil, 2 Go for the Throat, and 2 Infernal Grasp. And then we also have 2 Make Disappear and 1 Void Rend. So we got a lot of the removal, we got a little bit of counterspell, and we got an uncounterable remove any permanent we want. As long as it's not indestructible, but in today's meta, I don't think there's any. And then the land base. Land base is not very interesting. We got 4 Raffine's Tower, because we're Esper. We got 4 Plaza of Heroes, because we have a lot of legendary creatures. And then we have Eiganjo, we have Otawara, we have Takenuma, we have 1 plane, we have 1 island, and we have 1 swamp. The standard sets, and then we have 2 of each of the tap lands, or the dual lands, 2 Adarkar Waste, 2 Deserted Beach, 2 Cave of Coilos, 2 Shattered Sanctum, 2 Shipwreck Marsh, and 2 Underground River. So now we do have 2 of each of the double lands. And the reason why we have the ping lands, even though we're a slightly slower deck, is just in case we have, you know, 2 of these lands on opening hand. We can keep that, play the tap land first, then play an untapped land, and still be able to play a 2-drop. Hopefully the mana base shape out okay. We really need to play out our 2-drop because we're a mid-range deck. Right? If we cannot play any of these 2-drops, we need to have at least a removal or a counterspell to hold up so our 2-drop isn't just, you know, pale in comparison. Okie doke. So now let us see if this mid-range deck is any good. Alright, I'm gonna give a disclaimer out here just off the bat. My opinion is mid-range is usually not great because aggro does things, does what it's supposed to do fast. Control does what it's supposed to do, slow. And mid-range kind of wants the best of both worlds, and the only way for that to really work is if we are lucky. So a hand like this, we have 3 lands, so we should keep. But the problem is, one is a Plaza of Heroes that cannot help us cast Tenacious Underdog. I'm going to keep anyways, but basically this is the reason why we might lose some games, because, well, we're not going to play anything until turn 3. Oh, I was wrong. The Shuffler rewarded us with a card that we can, or with a land that we can play. So we get an Underdog against a Boros so far. I'm going to guess Jeskai. Oh, I was wrong. Mardu. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so we'll play against Mardu, which means that we are going to Raffine. Connive. Connive is great because we can discard our Underdog. We don't need it. We don't need it in our hand, and we basically draw an extra card. Fable, okay. Well, that's gonna be painful. Let's see if you want to... Ow. You want to Fable out your card draw on a Shieldred. Alright, we don't need another land. And we can pitch a Wedding Announcement. We have 2 in our hand. I don't think they're going to come out that soon. And Shieldred's really helping with Raffine's power. Alright, draw a card, take 2. You want to draw 2 more cards and go down to 4? They can invoke us. Wow, okay. You are going down to 4. But they can't even invoke us. No box. What do you got? No reason to block and potentially die to 3 damage with my Shieldred. It's fine, man. I think he can cast Invoke. But if he casts Invoke, he just dies. Archangel Wrath, kick once. Alright, so our opponent quits because he's going to die from the attack anyways. But just in case he was hoping to gain life with Archangel, we can first strike with our Emperor and basically kill him anyways. No, I don't want this quest. Maybe there's a 70 quest, or 750 quest. There isn't, so too bad. That was our first game. Well, we were very lucky to draw a land that could help us play our Underdogs on turn 2. But honestly, we had a pretty good hand. And we got to go first. Going first is like #1 thing you need to have to be in a commanding lead. Oh no, it's Walter White. Uh-oh. That's not good. We're gonna eat it now. Please, Mr. White. Don't make me silence you. We got 4 lands. That's good. Let's play our Shatter Sanctum first because it's tap land. And we have 2 drops into 3 drops. Not that great of a 2-drop, but it's better than nothing. We have 2 Raffines. That's less fun. I just hope it's not a Thalia. Okay, that's fine. We'll take 4 this turn. It's a lot. And we'll take another 1. Kind of have to for the Raffine to come out. Ow. Alright, this is a soldier deck. Walter White, you've changed. You would never play this. Actually, no, Walter White would definitely play this. Anything to win, right? Siege Veteran. Okay, so I can Ertai, kill one of his cards, or I can Shieldred and make a Death Touch. I think it's better to Ertai, just because if he has a... Yeah, if he has a Brutal Cathar, right, it does not blow out my Shieldred and make me lose the game. Huh. I don't get it. He gets priority over that? That's... I did not know that. Okay. I guess it'll resolve. Oh, am I taking 4 this turn? No block. I'll take 4. Actually, I'm taking 5 because the... No, I'm not taking 5. I can have blue and black. Is he going to play anything else this turn? Yeah, I gotta stop that. Let's see. Counter that spell. Nope. Get out of here, you. Void Rend. Okay. So I now can take out Siege Veteran at the cost of just the whole field here. I'm not sure if that's what I want. He still gets a 4/3. I get to kill it this turn, but I don't want to kill it on my opponent's turn because then he can just... Actually, let me attack first. Alright, I'm not going to block with Raffine. Ooh. That's fun. I don't think I can play it this turn, but it's a fun card to draw. It still has 4 lands, so I can kill his Siege Veteran. Yeah, it's scarier than other cards. I can't let him go into combat because then, oh well, he gets there anyways. This is 5. Do I take 5? Go down to 5. I get to keep my Ertai. How good is that? Probably useful though. Alright, now I have 5 lands. 1 white. Only 1 that's actually white. Right, so... we can Denic plus Wedding Announcement. That gives me a lot of blockers. So I guess that's an incentive. Does he have counterspell? Go down to 4 here. That's kind of scary. Have to do it though. No attacks. Get a 1/1 to block. Resolute Reinforcement. Ah, no. If it's Harbin, I just lose. Oh yeah, GG. You don't get to attack. I'm running away. Alright, so I was very fast and loose with my life points there. But honestly, against that deck, you have to be. You can protect your life, but eventually they'll overrun you. And then what? Right, so I didn't draw any removal. And I was kind of short on the land base, so... it was unfortunate, but that game, I don't think I could have played it in a way to win, knowing what I would draw. Alright, now we're playing against... Anstakey? Angstakey? I think it's Anstakey. Alright, we got 3 lands, 2 drop into 3 drop. Okay, we're gonna keep, but again, non-tempo 2 drops are not as good as tempo 2 drops. Yeah, I think the last game, maybe having Shieldra out earlier would have helped a little more. The only thing with that is, you know, I have no guarantee that he has some Brutal Cathar, and Brutal Cathar just blows out a Shieldra very quickly. Kami of Transient. Oh. Well, that's not good. It's one of those enchantment decks we haven't seen in decades. Well, pumps. Yep. Pumps. Gotta kill it. Alright, let's see if my Shieldra can outgrow the Kami. Ah! That's some nice top deck you have. Alright, I need another white mana. That is not another white mana. I could put out a wedding announcement. Would that help? No, I think it just shields your time. Probably just gets removed. Yeah, for some reason I feel like the shuffler really liked this deck. I always see it get these crazy draws, and it's just like, how is that fair? They always have the perfect answer rather than getting trash cards, because that's what that deck deserves. Trash cards. Alright, if he has a you know, protection for a Kami, I'm just gonna leave the game.
That's coming off. You are not much of a roadblock.
Restoration of Eiganjo. Well, I got something to stop your restoration. So I guess there's that. Yeah, I'll ping myself.
Show them how we greet
Ow.
our enemies.
Still take more damage even though I have lands. Yeah, you can discard a card if you want, but you got locked out. Is there a flash speed borrow time or circle confinement? I don't know. He wants to bring back the Junkai Naturalist, but he can't. Circle? Yep. It's not fine, but I get it. At least this way I can put out a lot of things on the board.
Guards, to me.
There. That deck does not have any field cling, so I'm in the clear as far as, you know, going all over the board. There goes my Emperor.
Until next time.
This is Vigilance. I don't know if taking out the Emperor was such a great choice, but to each his own. Do I get a card draw this turn if I attack? I don't want to attack. It gives him a little soldier. I can just not attack and have a really big board. And if he wants to attack, he can. Into a very scary board on my side. Audacity. Yeah. That's does it give it trample? It does give trample. 7. Wow. I don't know if that's what you wanted to do, but hey, you know what? You want to deal 7 damage that badly? Can 7 kill all of these? I'll let you kill all of these. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'll let you kill all of these. You have a plane in your hand. You're not really bluffing anything. He does not want to kill my underdog, which means that he missed math the whole thing. I knew that was going to happen. Now you can bluff whatever one card you have. Another Audacity? That's nothing. Alright, the beauty of having Shieldred out is that my Tenacious Underdog is now a free blitz. I will have only 3 creatures to block with. But I think that's fine. This does a lot of damage. If he doesn't block, it's 4 plus 3, that's 7. Plus 5, that's 12. Or, yeah, that's GG. I'm just doing the math here, come on! You stupid guy that plays the same deck for the past 5 seasons. I honestly hate that deck. I think it's a trash deck, and it's worse than Soldier. Alright, so yeah, I'm playing another game, by the way. Yeah, I think it's worse than Soldier, because Soldier has some thinking involved. That deck is just, you get lucky, you blow out your opponent with a bunch of removal spells. But if you don't get lucky, you just draw lands. Right? And I've always seen that deck get lucky, which peeves me. Alright, look, blue and white mana, black cards only. So, I don't think I can keep that hand. That was definitely a losing hand. This hand, on the other hand, is a lot better. I got Raffine, Raffine, Shatter, Shatter, which means that I want to play a tap land into a tap land. I will keep 6 and I'll put back a Shatter Sanctum. Because Raffine's coming out turn 1, and if I have to play another tap land turn 2, it will have to be another Raffine. Or another, yeah, Raffine's Tower. Right? Oh, Plains. Interesting. Let's just hold up our counterspell in case. Bank Buster. See, yeah, we needed to hold up a counterspell just in case. Synthus? Synthus. So let's draw a card and discard a card. Cave of Coilos. I don't want that. Let's play our Fiend's Tower. Mardu. Another Bank Buster. Wow, our opponent is getting all the cards. Well, I got a Shieldred, so that's even, right? Go for the throw. Okay. Nice top deck. For me, not for you. You didn't even draw that card. So, I can blitz. Too bad blitz comes at the end of the turn, so I don't get the pump. He gets it and it disappears. Mardu is very strong. Honestly, every time I play Mardu, I feel like it's a very underlooked deck. Underlook? Overlook? Overlooked deck. I think that's the word. Missionary. We'll bluff the Emperor. Well, not really bluffing the Emperor, but we're looking like we're bluffing the Emperor. I don't think he's gonna block. He doesn't look like the blocking type. Oh, he does block. Well.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. I have got new moves to teach you.
He could crew his Bank Buster, killed Wandering Emperor. That is a play, but he's on 13, and I'm templing him out. Ah, he's gonna do it.
I guess that's it then.
That's not that bad of a play. It's just I don't agree with that kind of play since I can temple him out. Alright, the question is whether or not I want to underdog him, and I guess I do. Having a Denic on board, does that mean much? Compared to drawing an extra card, that is. I'm not really a control deck. I guess having cards on board is a little bit better. And I want to keep a Eiganjo in my hand. Because I can cast it. Or I can channel it for a surprise, I'm gonna kill your blocker kind of thing. Double ping, probably on my Denic. Oh, no? I can just kill it. Which way do I kill? I don't think it matters. I think we're gonna lose this game. Our card draws are all reactive and not active, and that's no good. Yeah, for a mid-range deck, we need to be active, not reactive, and unfortunately, that's what we're doing. Let's see, he's gonna draw a card, probably. No? Fable. Lion Sash. That's an interesting card. I mean, it's not like he can target my graveyard, so. I can kill one of his cards right now with Infernal Grasp. I don't know how relevant that is. I guess the Lion Sash is a little bit scary. because he can grow and reconfigure, but this one gives him mana. He's not short on mana. I guess neither am I. We have to attack there, but we're starting to flood. And even though our opponent's at 7, I don't think we can bring him down to 0. Archangel. Alright, yeah, that's game. For a Temple deck, and once we lose Temple, I don't think we have a chance of coming back. That deck is very strong, to be fair. Right? When it comes to Mardu, it's very strong. It is a very strong deck, especially against mid-ranges. And the thing about playing Mardu is it only has one style of play, so I can't put a whole week into it. Let's play one last game before we peace out. Hold Shift and press Enter. Allow you to pass priority for the rest of the turn. Isn't that just a little arrow button on the bottom? Fast forward button. Yondar? Who's Yondar? Name sounds familiar. Opponent goes first. We got Raffine's Tower, so let's keep. We can use Plaza of Heroes to play Wandering Emperor if we need to. But opponent goes first. That's never a good sign. Alright, mono black. Trying to get an Eiganjo on. Do I discard a cave or a plaza? I don't need a cave. I don't know. 200 Emperor is pretty good, but it's kind of scary right at this point. Oh, it's not mono black. That's a surprise. Okay, so we can grow the sleeper twice. Take up his whole turn, or I can block the underdog, basically trade. Flash Forger. Ah, it's a spicy meatball. Alright, I can look into his hand. Yeah, let me look into his hand. And if worse comes to worse, I will just take out the Evolved Sleeper there. Evolve Sleeper, probably. He can't play Shieldred, right? So yeah, I'll just take out the Evolve Sleeper so he can evolve next turn. Unless you want to pay the tax. Or he's going to top deck a land. Nope. Huh. What is his plan? I don't get it. Oops. Well, you know, our opponent made a boo-boo, but I guess it's fair. We were wondering Emperor the Flesh Gorger, right? I want to play on curve, so next turn I can Raffine and Dennick. But if I Raffine next turn with Shieldred out, that's not that fun, right? Would he play Shieldred into a Wandering Emperor? That is the question. I think he would. But this is on curve. I think on curve is more important. I can exile the Flesh Gorger this turn. And threaten him a little bit. Yeah, I talked myself into it.
I've learned much during my travels.
I take 3.
You're done.
Oh, underdog. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to... do I care about the underdog? No, I'd rather have my Anointed Peacekeeper out. Because Raffine will come out with Dennick. Oh, does Raffine come out with Dennick now? Because I get a card draw twice, but Anointed Peacekeeper, our wedding announcement gives me... No, card drawing twice more. helpful. Okay, I didn't make a mistake there. Want to make a 4-4? I don't want to land, but I do want a 4-4. I don't want to land. I want a 4-4. Nah. Right? Yeah, I can connive next turn. If he just plays Shieldred, I can connive next turn. Steel Seraph? Huh. That's interesting. Not what I thought he would play. Ertai! Wow, okay, so now it's getting interesting. Well, this is Vigilance, so no reason not to attack there. Right? I don't need a Raffine. And I'm gonna pitch my wedding announcement. Another Plaza of Heroes. No, this will not be able to block that. So we'll trade. Gain some life. A little bit of life, but good enough. I want to hold up my Otawara. It's a pretty good activation, in case I need it. He can attack with the Steel Seraph. But I can eat that. That's totally fine. He still hasn't played Shieldred. It's the only really card I'm afraid of, but he doesn't know that. He's going to give it Vigilance. I don't think he's going to give it Lifelink. Right, Vigilance. That's a good play. Yeah, you got it. I'll take the 3. There's the Shieldred. Alright, no Shieldred for you. Actually... oh well. I did it too fast. I was thinking about it. Maybe I could have just destroyed it at the end of his turn so he doesn't get to play the card he draw. Evolve Sleeper. Yep. Okay. So I could bounce that actually with the Otawara, and that will gives me to push a lot more damage, right? But I can just kill it. Oh, Void Rend. That's interesting. Okay, so listen. Now, opponent quits. I'm just gonna all attack, and his blocker is not gonna work. Yeah, it all come down to that play where I taxed the Evolved Sleeper, and he didn't know, and it's gave me a free Evolved Sleeper that turn. Yay, we won! Alright, so let's look at the deck list again. Honestly, even though I was down talking mid-range in the beginning, I feel like this performed a lot better than I thought it would. Not, you know, the perfect way possible. We never saw a Destroy Evil. A Make Disappear happen once. We got sufficient amount of removals. Some of the games, too many, to be honest. Void Rend didn't really come out against a non-counterable spell, but all these removals are necessary to combo with sort of the 4-drop removals in Ertai and Wandering Emperor. These cards are what got us a lot of the games. This deck is fun. To be fair, it is a lot of thinking involved and a lot of praying involved because we need to get good draws. But overall, I would say this is not that bad, right? I've had a lot of mid-range decks throughout the weeks, and honestly, this felt like a okay mid-range deck. It really comes down to Raffine, though. All that card draw help us have, you know, even though it's just looting, right? These conniving draws still gave us a tempo advantage and a choice in what kind of game we should play. And really, when it comes to Magic, it's all about making choices. And the more choice you make, the better you can become at playing Magic, in my opinion. Anyways, that's what I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.